Welcome to NSR Hire Ballpark, ladies and gentlemen, for the game tonight versus the Wanneroo Giants versus the South Perth Cubs. My name is Graham Johnson. I'm doing the commentary tonight. First time up in the booth, so please bear with me. South Perth are in the field to begin with, and we've got Dylan Bowker on the bump tonight, and he's throwing to Alex Clark as the catcher. We've got Craig Sorpold at first base, Luke Mann at second base. The third baseman is Oliver McMahon, shortstop, Joel Vlasic, and then the outfield of Caleb Goodwin, Carlton Branch at centre field, and out at right field we have Caleb Scorer. First up for the Wanneroo Giants is their right fielder, Adam Barberich. Bowker winds and throws. Ball hit to the infield, picked up by the third baseman, thrown over and one out for Wanneroo. Pretty simple play there on an infield ground ball. Now batting for the Wanneroo Giants is their third baseman, Cooper Barber. Bowker throws, big swing by Cooper Barber there, looking for the fences, goes strike one. Bowker winds up, ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowker delivers inside high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball outside there by Bowker. 3 balls, 1 strike on Cooper Barber. Bowker winds up, throws high and outside, and that's the first base runner for Wanneroo Giants tonight. Cooper Barber on with a walk. Coming up to the plate now is their left-hander, Maxim Fullerton, who's manning centre field this evening. First ball there to Fullerton. Bowker's just struggling to find the zone at the moment on a consistent basis. The runner's off. And an easy steal there for Cooper Barber. Barber, no throw by the South Perth catcher. Bowker winds up again. Again, I only just missed the outside corner on that particular pitch. He's starting to fall behind the hitters again. And again, just missing that outside section of the plate. Goes to 3 balls and 1 strike to Fullerton. Oh, threw that one in there, and Fullerton turned on it, drove it deep down into the third of the first base bullpen. Has the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's low and inside again. So second walk for the night for Bowker. And that puts runners at first and second with the clean-up hitter, the designated hitter, Jacob Santich, coming to the plate. Bowker throws, foul ball, strike 1. Oh, this ball's driven deep to the... Oh no, the catches. The left fielder has picked that one up and caught that particular ball, and then allows Barber to end up at third base. So first and third with 2 out. Batting now for the Wanneroo Giants is their second baseman, Xavier Fatai. Oh, stolen base, in on the double steal. Ball gets away from the catcher, from the throw from the shortstop, and allows Barber to score. It allows Fullerton to head to third base, so we've now got Wanneroo having scored the first run of the day. Ball outside from Bowker goes to a 2-ball count on Fatai. A ball straight down the middle. Nice strike there from Bowker. Starting to get back into the count. Currently 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, just missing that outside corner, takes the count to 3-1. And ball 4, so the third walk of the first inning's been issued. So now we've got runners at first and third with Tardrew coming up to bat. The South Perth manager there has seen enough of his pitch. I wanted to go out and have a chat to him just to make sure that he stays around the plate. He tends to be missing a little bit on the outside. So hopefully the chat by the manager will get him back into the strike zone. Ball one from Bowker, again low on outside. He's not hitting that outside corner consistently at the moment, not for enough for the umpire to call a strike. Ball rip foul there from Tardrew. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball comes, called strike there to do a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes, but meanwhile Fatai has stolen second base. So runners on second and third with 2 down. Boy, oh, high foul ball. The third baseman's underneath it, coming over to the foul line, and has misjudged that one, and the ball's dropped. So that gives Tardrew an extra life. Before the ball in the dirt, well blocked by a catcher there. So we've got a 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've got 2 outs and runners on second and third base of this first inning of this state league, Harcher State League game. Again, high and outside. Tardrew laid off that particular pitch, so we've got full count. Here's the payoff pitch, struck and foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. So at the end of the first inning, we have Wanneroo 1 with South Perth coming up to bat. Okay, we end at the bottom of the first innings, which sees Wanneroo with a 1-0 lead. Out in the field, we've got Dylan Bandy on the mound, and he's pitching to Daniel Stevenson. Tao Tardrew is at first base. Xavier Fatai will man second. Chase Benjamin at shortstop. Cooper Barber at third base. And then in the outfield, we have Harry Wooden, Maxim Fullerton and Adam Barberich. Coming up to bat for South Perth is their returning veteran for this year, Maxie Wheeler. Max has come back after having a year off and is using some of his experience to help guide this extremely young South Perth team as it stands at the moment. There's a lot of players who are just having their first look at state league action, and Max is helping to guide and instruct in that area. First pitch by Bandy's low and outside for ball 1. Winds up outside, ball 2. Foul ball there by Maxi Wheeler, goes to a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Andy missing high and outside there and goes to a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Nice pitch there by Andy and brings up a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Oh, nice hitting there by Maxi Wheeler. Went down low to grab it, hit it out, and nice single out to the left fielder. So that puts the first base runner on for South Perth. Coming up now to hit is their right fielder, Caleb Scorer. Outside for ball 1. Bandy delivers, big strike on that particular ball. So we've got 1 ball, 1 strike. That one hitting the outside corner to have a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Oh, that ball's driven up out to the centre fielder, over the centre fielder's head. That allows Scorer to go to second. Max Wheeler will pull up and held up at third base. So good hitting to start the day for South Perth. 2 consecutive hits puts the runners on second and third base with none out. Batting now for South Perth is their left fielder, Caleb Goodwin. Yeah, he's popped it up there over the shoulder. Oh, hard attempt, and a good attempt there by Tahu. Unable to bring the ball in. So strike 1 to Goodwin. Now batting for, continuing, is Caleb Goodwin. Wanneroo have brought their infield in early on in the first inning, protecting a 1-run lead. So Goodwin will be looking to make some contact with it. Good, nice pitch there by Bandy for strike 2. Bandy will be looking for a strikeout here to get the Wanneroo night started. Oh, small ground ball over by the shortstop, thrown out by Chance Benjamin. Nice pitching, nice defence there by Wanneroo to keep it at a 1-0 ball game. Now batting for South Perth is their first baseman, Craig Sorpold. Okay, Sawbold comes to bat. Wanneroo still drag their infield in at the moment, still trying to cut down the potential game-tying run. Bandy delivers, nice pitch on the outside corner, strike one. Bandy comes set. Went for a little bit more speed and missed high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bandy delivers again, looking for the same spot on the outside corner, just a little bit outside, misses the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball sit there to second baseman Fatai, keeps it in front of him, knocks it down, keeps it in front of him. Good play there by Fatai, just needed to keep the ball on the infield. Throws out Sawpold at first base. So 2 out with Joel Vlasic coming up. Vlasic, the shortstop for South Perth this evening, takes one on the inside for ball 1. Nice pitch there by Bandy, reared back through the fastball for 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Bandy looking for that inside corner again and just missing according to our umpire, so we go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Hard cut there, foul ball, evens the count at 2-2. Low on outside, now brings the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Misses to the outside again, does Daniel Bandy, walks Joel Vlasic. Now batting for South Perth as the first strike is called is Carlton Branch. Branch swings, misses, evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Thrown out there for second to first. Concludes the innings with South Perth 2 hits, looking like they were going to threaten early, but good pitching and fielding there by the Wanneroo Giants, and results in no runs being scored for the South Perth Cubs. At the end of 1, it's 1-0 Wanneroo. Now batting for Wanneroo is the catcher, Daniel Stevenson. Barker delivers, and again on that inside corner, just missing that inside corner at the moment, goes to a 2-ball count. A pitch is skied out to the centre fielder. Relatively easy catch for the centre fielder in the end, so that's 1 out for Wanneroo. Now batting for Wanneroo is the left fielder, Harry Wooden. Barker delivers, again high and outside for a 1-ball count. Nice pitch in there, got in on the hands of Wooden, and Wooden fouled it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wooden's one of a number of young players coming out of big league this year. Again, fouls that one off over the Wanneroo dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're back on. Outside pitch with Bowker, even to count at 2-2. Again, missing on that outside corner, and a full count to Harry Wooden. And another walk thrown to the Wanneroo team, which is their 4th of the night. So that puts a first base runner on in the 2nd innings. Up at the plate is the Wanneroo shortstop, Chase Benjamin. Pick-off attempt. Wooden easily back in. Wooden's not taking that much of a big lead at the moment, especially with Barker struggling a little bit to throw regular strikes. Bunt attempt by Benjamin, withdrew it. Ball got away from the catcher, which allows Harry Wooden to walk up to 2nd base. Nice pitch by the South Perth hurler. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, just a little bit high from Barker. He seems to be all around the plate and not just throwing the ball over the zone. So we've got a 2 ball, 1 strike count. High foul ball there to even the count up at 2-2. inside again, so we've now got a full count on Benjamin. That's the fourth or fifth walk issued in the first 1 1/3 of an innings by the South Perth hurler. Hasn't hurt him to date, only given up the one run. But now that brings the lead up hitter Adam Barbridge back to the plate. Barbridge drives that one into the gap, just falls in front of the centre fielder, and nice single there by Barbridge. Plates the Wanneroo run, so they pick up their second run of the day with the first hit by the Wanneroo team. Now up to bat is the third baseman, Cooper Barber. Bunt attempt, stolen base, and the double steal comes in and allows Benjamin to score the third Wanneroo run. Nice standard play there by Wanneroo. Everyone did what they needed to do. One that's well practiced around the various clubs enables Wanneroo to score their third run of the game. That's back deep. Well fielded on the warning track there by the left fielder, thrown in. It does allow Barbridge to move up to third base, and Fullerton. Oh no, sorry, Cooper Barber, sorry. I drove that one and for the second out. Up to bat is the centre fielder, Maxim Fullerton. Ball outside to begin his at bat. Foul ball there by Fullerton, evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball driven out to centre fielder. Oh no, going to drop in between the incoming 3 fielders, and that puts another hit to Wanneroo and scores their 4th run of the evening. Pick off the attempt on Fullerton. Foul ball there. And then the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stolen base attempt, ball gets through and gets in, and Fullerton picked up his second stolen base for the evening. Wanneroo scored 3 runs and they currently lead 4 runs to 2. Up to bat for South Perth is their third baseman, Oliver McMahon. Pitch is a little high for ball 1. Nice pitch there by Daniel Bandy. Evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball gets away there from the catcher. Moves the count up to 2 and 1. Ball's driven out at the shortstop, well picked up. And nice easy play to record the first out of the bottom of the second innings. Now batting for South Perth is their catcher, number 32, Alex Clark. Nice pitch there by Bandy for strike 1. Ball 1 evens up the count. Ball's driven out to left field to record the second out of the inning. Now batting for South Perth is their second baseman, Luke Mann. Ball 1. Bandy delivers just a little bit high and outside for 2 ball count. Long foul ball there by a man. Turned on the ball just a little bit too much and drives it out into the third base bullpen for a 2 ball, 1 strike count. This time goes down the right field side to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball by the second baseman, Luke Mann. Two balls, 2 strikes. Strikeout there by Dylan Bandy for 3 up, 3 down, which sees the Wanneroo Giants lead 4-0 at the bottom of the second innings. Leading off the top of the third inning for Wanneroo is their second baseman, Xavier Fatai, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch there by Bowker, getting a nice little curveball over on the inside corner to be 0-2. Just a bit outside for a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Ball's driven out to right fielder. Easy catch for the first out of the third inning. Looks like we have a substitution for the first baseman for the Wanneroo team. He goes to a count of 3 strikes, and looks like we've got Jared Hutchins in for Tao Tardrew. Nice pitch there by Bowker. Goes to a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Strike 2. And strike 3 on the pinch hitter Hutchins there for the second out of the bottom of the third. Now batting for Wanneroo is their catcher, Daniel Stevenson. Stevenson flied out to the centre fielder last at bat, and then this time rips the ball down into left field for a single. That's the third hit for the Wanneroo team today. Lazy fly ball by Harry Wooden finishes off the innings, which sees Wanneroo up 4 runs to 0. Up to start the innings is the original lead-off hitter, Maxie Wheeler. Max had a single to left field in the first innings. And again, Bandy starts with the ball outside. Nice pitch there, evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. He starts with the ball outside. Another ball on that outside corner, just a little bit on outside, goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Maxie Wheeler dunks one in to right field for his second hit of the night, second lead-off hit of the night, which sees now Wheeler at first and the right fielder, Caleb Scorer, coming up to the plate. First pitch to Scorers, ripped foul for a 1 strike count. Bandy delivers again, just on the inside, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike out there, but a drop ball enabled Maxie Wheeler to move up to second, so that's the first out of the bottom of the 3rd innings, and which brings up the left fielder, Caleb Goodwin. Goodwin grounded out to short in the first innings with runners on 2nd and 3rd, just couldn't score the run that would have levelled up the game at that stage. Nice pitch on the inside corner by Bandy. Nice pitch, went up high. The ball in the eyes looks awfully inviting, but ends up with his 2nd strike. Outside there, trying to entice him with a little breaking ball. Goodwin laid off, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Nice pitch there by Bandy to record a strikeout of Caleb Goodwin. That's Bandy's 3rd strikeout of the evening. That brings up first baseman, Craig Sorpold. Ball 1 to Sorpold. Foul ball for 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice off-speed pitch by Bandy there, getting Sorpold out in front, and has now got a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Just missed for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball down there to Sorpold. Brings the count up to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sorpold just on that one, just fouls it straight back. And the count stays at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, nice pitch by Dylan Bandy to strike Craig Sorpold out, looking to end the third. And at the end of the third, we see Wanneroo 4, South Perth 0. We have a change on the mound for South Perth. Coming in is number 12, Chance Humble. And he'll face, leading off for the Wanneroo team, he'll face the shortstop, Chase Benjamin. Ball in the dirt there to start the day. On the ball, so it takes the count up to 2 balls and no strikes. Ball 3. First strike there thrown by Humble. Hopefully that'll settle him down a little bit, get him a little bit closer to the zone. So we've got a 3 ball, 1 strike count. And not at this point as he issues his first walk of the day. That brings up the lead-off hitter, the original lead-off hitter, Adam Barberich, who's currently 1 for 2. He grounded out in the first inning and had an RBI single in the second. Stolen base, throw goes over, close, but Benjamin slides in underneath the tag to record his first stolen base of the evening. That puts a runner at second base with none out. Ball 2. Of course, Adam Barberich started his career at the South Perth club and transferred over to Wanneroo a couple of seasons ago. So he's up against his former club, hoping to do a little bit of damage. And rips that one foul down the left field line for a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Ball is a little high to 3-1 to Barberich. Barberich just went over to the second baseman, gets thrown out, but it does help to advance Benjamin over to third base. So what we call a productive out here in baseball. He would have much preferred the hit, but to get the runner over to third base with 1 out is a good result for Barberich. Now batting the third baseman, Cooper Barber. The ball's a little high for ball 1. Barber high again for ball number 2. Ball on the inside corner there, called by the umpire, so 2 balls, 1 strike. That one gets away from Humble, hits Barber, and he goes up to first with a hit by pitch ball. That puts runners at first and third with 1 out. Now batting will be the centre fielder, Maxim Fullerton. Fullerton's 1 for 1 today with a walk, so he's been on base both of his plate appearances. And An easy steal there by Barber on an uncontested throw. One ball and one strike to the centre fielder, Fullerton. Outside for a 2-ball, 1 strike count. He's got first base open, Humble in this instance, but wouldn't want to load him up. He's just struggling to find the zone at the moment for a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Ball's hit high up, overcomes the catcher and falls between both the pitcher and the catcher, which allows Fullerton another opportunity. Hard catch that. It was right over towards the Wanneroo dugout. You've got the dugout fence. You've got the netting there, which all creates a bit of a drama. So, but gives Fullerton another chance to drive in 2 more runs. Takes the ball on the inside for a base on balls. That's his second walk this evening, and out comes the South Perth manager to have a bit of a discussion. Bases are loaded here at the bottom of the 4th with the DH Santich at bat. Takes inside fastball for ball 1. Ball 2. Santich is 0 for 2 today. He flied out to the centre, the left fielder, and out to the catcher. Oh, just hits a weak ground ball. Gets double play there by South Perth. That was great work. Small dribbler back to the pitcher to the catcher to first for a 1-2-3 double play. And that ends the 4th innings here at NS Hire Ballpark, but sees the Wanneroo Giants lead 4-0. Right. Back now to the bottom of the fourth inning here at NS Hire Ballpark, or NSR Hire Ballpark, and Bandy throws a ball to Joel Vlasic. Vlasic in the first innings walked. Ball outside for 2 balls, no strikes. South Perth have traded hit for hit with the Wanneroo team at 3 hits apiece, but the 7 walks that have been thrown to the Wanneroo guys have really enabled them to pile on the 4 runs. And a big rip there by Vlasic, and we now have a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Vlasic lifts it up into centre field, and Fullerton comes in and puts that one away for the first out. Up the bat for South Perth now is Carlton Branch. Branch grounded out to the second baseman to finish off the first innings.
Back to 12.
And Bandy evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch there by Bandy on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bandy bounces one in there and evens up the count at 2-2. Bandy's thrown pretty well tonight. He's mixed his pitches up. He's moved around the plate. He's got the South Perth guys to put bat on ball, let the fielders do their jobs, and has been quite economical through his 3 and a bit innings to date. He now goes full count on Carlton Branch. Branch fouls off a tough pitch there, and the count remains at 3. Nice pitch there by Bandy to strike out Branch for the second out of the innings. That's Bandy's 5th strikeout of the night. Now batting for South Perth is their 3rd baseman, Oliver McMahon. Ball 1. That concludes the bottom of the 4th inning with Wanneroo leading 4-0. Back now at the top of the 5th inning with Xavier Fatai at bat. Fatai is currently 0 for 1. He walked in the 1st inning and flied out to the right fielder to start the 3rd. Ball outside there for 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch there by Humble, who's starting his 2nd inning of this game. Fatai goes wide, high, and a nice catch there by the pitcher for the 1st out of the inning. Not something that you see very often these days for a pitcher to catch a pop-up, so that's a nice job by Humble there for the 1st out. Up to bat is the 1st baseman Hutchings. Hutchings struck out in his only at bat when he came in as a pinch hitter in the 3rd inning, and he now evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missing there with the ball. Again, just that little high, just a little higher than our umpire likes it, so sees a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Hutching puts the charge into it, flies it out. A fair run there for the centre fielder, and he's dropped in front of him. So that was it was a makeable play, I think, out there by the South Perth centre field Carlton branch. He did have to run a long way though, and that probably contributed to the ball finding the grass. We'll have to wait on and see what the scorers think on that particular play. Oh, nice play there by the South Perth 3rd baseman, Ollie McMahon. Picked up that line drive from the Wanneroo catcher, Daniel Stevenson, to record the 2nd out. That was a nice play. Now up to bat is the left fielder, Harry Wooden. Wooden's 0 for 1 today. Walked and flied out. Hit. Just a ball outside for an 0-2 count. The Hutchings play was ruled a hit by the scorers. Big grip by Harry Wooden there. And has a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Just a little bit low and goes to 3 balls. Just a little bit inside, and Wooden walks in the top of the 5th here. That's the 8th walk that's been thrown by Wanneroo, and they've only really put 4 runs on, so they probably haven't capitalised on the amount of walks that they have received. That brings up the shortstop, Benson. He grounds out to his counterpart, who goes over to 2nd base for the 3rd out. So that sees the end of the top of the 5th, with Wanneroo leading 4-0. Back here at NS Higher Ballpark, sees Fraser Bryce now on the mound for the Wanneroo team, and he opens up with the ball to the South Perth leadoff hitter in Alex Clark. Again, ball on the inside for a 2-ball count now. Again, a little bit high for the liking of our umpire, and sees Clark with a 3-ball count. Nice fastball there to go to 3 balls, 1 strike. And Clark walks, and this brings up, looks like a pinch hitter now for South Perth. We'll just have to see if we can find out who that is. That's Daniel Johnston. Daniel is one of the Willetton players that have come over and are gaining some experience at the state league level this year. Puts the ball in play. Oh, fumbled there by Benjamin, and that's not what he would have wanted. It was a tailor-made double play ball there. So we've now got runners at first and second with Maxi Wheeler up at the plate. Wheeler's 2 for 2 tonight, single to left field, single to right field. Probably the man that South Perth want up at the plate in this situation with 2 runners on and none out. And ball number 1 to Wheeler. Wheeler fouls that one off, evens the count at 1-1. Wheeler skies that one up. There's a play there for the first baseman in foul territory. Makes the catch, records the out. That was a big out there for the Wanneroo team to get Wheeler on an infield fly. So that brings up the right fielder, Caleb Scorer. Scorer's 1 for 2 today. He doubled to centre field in the first and then struck out in the third. Bryce deals, misses for a 1-ball count. Oh, pulled down the line by Scorer. That'll score at least 1. Oh no, Daniel Johnson's been held up at third base there, so a nice hit there to Scorer, and plates the first South Perth run of the day, and we've now got a 4-1 scorecard. Now batting for South Perth is Caleb Goodwin. He gets an early strike on him. This is a good opportunity here for South Perth. They're only down by 3 runs. They've got runners at second and third with only 1 out. It's going to be imperative for Goodwin to get that run home. He swings wildly outside the pitch or outside the zone and goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, good hitting there great hitting by Goodwin. That scores on an infield ball, scores Daniel Johnston, and then the ball gets thrown into the South Perth dugout, which then plates the third run of the inning and places Goodwin at second base. He did what he had to do. Had to make sure that he got bat on ball. Had to make sure that he put the ball in play. Wanneroo couldn't come up with the clean play, and now we've really got a ball game on our hands with 4-3 here, with Craig Saupold now up. Saupold goes deep. Oh, not deep enough though. That's a line drive directly at the left fielder Wooden. He puts it away for the second out of the inning. This brings Carlton Branch up to the plate. Branch is 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to centre field. Oh, sorry, no, it's in fact Joel Vlasic. Another big rip by Vlasic. Foul ball, and puts it at no balls and 2 strikes. Vlasic's looking to put the ball in play here. Oh, fights off a tough pitch from Fraser Bryce. Another foul ball. This is excellent work at the plate by Joel Vlasic. Bryce has thrown him a whole range of different pitches. He's fighting off all of those tough pitches to remain in the at-bat. However, he's down no balls and 2 strikes. Nice leave by Vlasic for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice take there for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vlasic fights off another tough pitch. This is almost really a crucial at bat. A hit here will score the South Perth runner from second, which will tie it up. Oh, fights. No, it doesn't fight off a tough pitch. Nice pitch there by Fraser Bryce. Gets him to pop up to the first baseman. However, South Perth score 3 runs and now just trail Wanneroo by 1.